here we go. All right, 4.7. We're defining and using sequences in series. This is page 133 in your book. The first thing that we need to be able to do is to be able to find the first couple terms. So find the first 6 terms. Find the first 6 terms. Everybody knows what a sequence and series is. We did some last week. The first example, let's see, is A sub n. This is A sub n, which is kind of like a rule, 4n plus 3. Okay, so this is example 1. They're going to give you a rule. This is very similar to a T-chart. Okay, you're going to say n is equal to 1, then A sub n is equal to whatever. Okay, and so on and so on. When n is 2, when n is 3, 4, 5, and 6, you're finding each one of these. These will be the first questions on the quiz, first question on the test. They'll say, find the first 6 terms of the series or sequence. Okay? So if I have the rule, and I have, what is n, the first term, the second term, the third term, then it's pretty easy. What is A? This would be A sub 1. A sub 1 is what? 7. Piece of cake. I'm plugging in 1. 4 times 1 plus 3 is 7. What is A sub 2? What would it be? 10. A sub 3 would be?
It's actually 11.
A sub 2 would be 11. A sub 3 would be 15. Is that right? A sub 4 would be 17. 19. 19. You're right. 19. A sub 5 would be what?
23.
23. Good. And A sub 6, these A's look bad for some reason today. I can't write A's. A sub 6 would be what? 27. So if I give you a rule and I say find the first 6 terms, then that's pretty easy. Okay? Let's do another one, a little hard. Example 2. Okay? Negative 1, A sub n equals negative 1 raised to the n plus 1. Okay, so now n is an exponent, and we've got to find the first 6 terms. So when n is 1, or here, we'll just do this. A sub 1, A sub 2, A sub 3, A sub 4, A sub 5, and A sub 6. Can you correctly find the first 6 terms? Okay? Waters, what would A sub 1 be? Very good. 1, right? You're taking that 1 and you're putting it right there. This would be 2. Negative 1 squared is positive 1. Very good. How about A sub 2? What would it be? Negative 1. Okay? Because I'm taking 2 right there, it would be negative 1 to the 3rd power is going to be still negative 1. Right? Negative 1 times negative 1 times negative 1 is going to be negative 1. All right, when I plug in 3, what do I get? Positive 1. Do you see the pattern? Then it's going to be negative 1, positive 1, and negative 1 all the way down. So in this case, 7, 11, 15, 19, they were getting bigger as you went down. Here, they're not getting bigger. They don't have to. Okay? With this sequence, they don't necessarily have to get bigger. Okay? Questions? So if I give you the rule and ask you the first 6 terms of the rule, that's pretty easy. You're just like a T-chart, just plugging it in and going from there. Okay? Questions? All right, now let's look at the next concept. What do you think it's going to be? Instead of me giving you the rule and saying find the first 6 terms, what are they going to do? They're going to give you the first 6 terms and ask you to do what? You got 3 things to do, but one of them is write the rule. Very good. All right, so here we go. 3, 6, 9, and 12, comma, dot, dot, dot. All right. The first thing that I want you to be able to do is I want you to be able to tell me the next term. Okay, 3, 6, 9, 12, what's the next term? 15. Could you tell me the next term? Sure, 18, 21, 24, so on and so on. So you can tell me the next term. That's the first thing I want you to be able to do. The second thing I want you to be able to do is I want you to be able to tell me the rule. Okay? A sub n is equal to, and we're just going to keep it in terms of n for now. Looking at your looking at your terms, 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, you're going up by 3. Now that's not always going to be the case, but in this, when I stuck in number 1, I got 3. When I stuck in 2, I got what? 6. When I stuck in 3, I got 9, 12, and so on. What do you think the rule is going to be? 3n. Very good. If you did not see that, if you didn't see that it was 3, the only thing that I can tell you is it is kind of a guess and check method, right? You put 1 in here and you got the first term. You put a 2 in and you got the second term. You put in 3 and you got the third term. If any of that hadn't happened, then whatever you were trying, let's say you were trying this, instead, if you put in a 1, you do get 3. But when I put in 2, I don't get 6, I get 9. So immediately I would know that that's not my answer. I got to try something else. It's kind of a guess and check method. Okay, nod your head yes if that makes sense. All right. The last thing, first thing, second thing, the third thing I want you to be able to do is I want you to be able to find some obscure term, like a to the 17th, or a to the 29th, or a to the 100th. See what I'm saying? I don't want you to have to multiply 3 out each time. If we figure out the rule, part of the advantage of figuring out the rule is being able to say a to the sub 17, a to the 17th term would be what? How much? 51. Very good. How about a to the 40th, the a sub 40? What would the 40th term be? 120. Very good. And so on and so on. Okay? So they gave you some terms. The first part is what? You have to do what? Find the next term, right? Find the next term, whatever that is. They may give you 6, they may give you 4, however many. Then the next thing I want you to be able to do is what? Write the rule. Okay? Figure out what the rule is. Then the last thing is be able to find some other term. Okay? The 17th term, or the 40th term, or the 100th term. Find some other term down. Okay? All right, let's do another example. Let's do another example. Example 2. 6, 12, and 20. Dot, dot, dot. Going on and on forever. What's the first thing, the easy thing, what do I want you to be able to do? Find the next term. Can you figure out the next term?
4, 6, 8,
30.
30.
Very good. 30 is the next term. Exactly right. 30 is the next term. All right, how did you, somebody that got 30, how did you get 30? So from here to here was 4, from here to here was 8, from here to here was 6 and 8. 6 and 8, and then from there to there is 10. Is that right? So each time was getting 2 times bigger. All right, so the rule. How do we find the rule for this? A sub n. We stuck in a 1 and we got 2. We stuck in a 2. 4 plus 2n. When I put in a 1, I would get 6, not 2. You're on the right track though.
2n.
Oh, 4 plus 2 to the n, like that?
No, just 2 to 2n.
Okay, that's what I did, and you would get 6.
No, take off the 4.
Tell me what you think is the rule.
I don't know.
You're on the right track. How about n plus 2n? Does that work?
Sure. Yes.
It does? When I stick in 1, do I get 2? When I stick in 1, do I get 2? All right, so how about now? Is that right? When I stick in 1, do I get 2? Yes. When I stick in 2, do I get 6? When I stick in 3, do I get 12?
Yeah.
Yes. So is this the pattern?
Yeah.
Yes. If you didn't see it, Just chalk it up to, hey, the next time I'll know.